So, the Galaxy S26 Ultra is going through a ton of upgrades and changes, but we've got new leaks about two massive design shifts you might not be ready for. And honestly, this might be the final goodbye to a Samsung identity that's lasted more than a decade. So, a couple of weeks ago, Ice Universe gave us an early idea of how the S26 Ultra's back might look. The main ultra-wide and 5x telephoto sat on a raised bump, while the 3x telephoto and laser sensor floated separately on the glass. But now, according to the latest reports from Korean media, Samsung is planning something different. The S26 Ultra is expected to bring all the cameras together in one big island, something we haven't seen in 5 years. The last Ultra that had a camera island was the S21 Ultra. Samsung ditched that look and went with the separate, water drop style lenses since the S22 Ultra. And Samsung stuck with that look ever since. So why bring back the island now? Well, the reports mentioned two big reasons. The first one is obvious: camera upgrades. Samsung wants to improve the main and telephoto cameras on the S26 Ultra. But here's the reality. The only sensor that's actually getting a true upgrade is the 3x telephoto. It's jumping from 10 megapixels to 12 megapixels. The main and 5x telephoto are getting wider apertures, but the sensors are the exact same as the S25 Ultra. Now, some might think Samsung's doing this because Apple's iPhone 17 Pro models are rumored to get a huge camera bump. But honestly, I don't think that's the case. The real reason might be the S26 Ultra's thickness. We already know Samsung is aiming to keep the S26 Ultra under 8mm. And whenever a flagship gets thinner with upgraded cameras, the bump gets thicker every time. And that could be the real reason Samsung's switching back. But at the end of the day, I actually think the design we've already seen looks cleaner. That would have kept the Ultra unique, instead of blending in with every other bump-heavy phone. But it looks like Samsung doesn't want to keep that unique identity. And that's where the second big design change comes in. Ever since Samsung started making flagships, they followed a consistent design rule. The S series had rounded edges, while the Note line switched to boxy edges, starting with the Note 3, and never looked back until the very end. Then came the S22 Ultra, basically the Note reborn, with its boxy frame, built-in S Pen, the whole deal. Now the latest leak says the S26 Ultra will be even more rounded on all four sides. I don't know about you, but personally, I've always preferred that boxy Note look. Even though the S25 Ultra moved to rounded corners, it still kept that squared-off identity. You could tell it apart instantly when you put it side by side with other phones. But looking at the success of the S25 Ultra, and the fact that more than 50% of people actually voted the rounded design as a welcome change, maybe Samsung doesn't care. They're clearly moving toward a final goodbye to the Note Ultra. Remember, they already removed Bluetooth features from the S25 Ultra. They stripped S Pen support completely from the Z Fold 7. And now, no one knows if Samsung will remove the S Pen slot from the S26 Ultra. But reports already claim the S27 Ultra won't have one at all. So yeah, they're stepping closer with every generation. But here's the catch. With even rounder corners, how does Samsung even fit the S Pen in there without redesigning it? We'll have to wait for official renders to see if the S26 Ultra ends up looking more like an iPhone, or maybe like a modern S25 Edge. Either way, if Samsung goes all in with rounded corners, they might lose their edge, literally and competitively, in terms of looks. But here's the thing. While the design might divide fans, the S26 Ultra still packs surprises no one expected. And those might be the real reason it stands apart from the competition. Click right here for the full details. This is Techtics, and I'll see you there.